Hello, Angie. I am late, but I am here. And today I'm going to try to talk about two books, and that's going to be interesting. So luckily I just drank some coffee, so hopefully we're going to be okay. Firstly, I wanted to continue our discussion of Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants and talk about a little bit more why I felt the way I felt about it. I know you wanted to know which characters I felt lacked detail, which side characters, and I think that it was all of the boys they were involved with. It was kind of hard to get their perspective on things, and the parents that was another big. I felt like, we're really getting about, how Carmen feels about this whole thing, but we're not really getting a whole lot of how, it's really hard to understand where her dad is coming from, and we barely see her mom at all, and the same thing with a lot of the other characters. Like, I didn't really get a lot of their, what was going on with them and their parents, and the boys seemed like really flat characters to me, and I think that bothered me. And it sounds like there's probably a lot more detail and a lot more depth as you go on and get to know the characters in the other books, so I am excited to eventually read about them. I think that might conclude my conclusion for book one. Moving right along, I would like to talk about Shadow and Bone by Leigh, or possibly Leigh Bardugo. It's a fantasy land that's heavily based off of Russia and Russian folklore, and it's a kingdom that has been torn in half by this shadowy place called the Unsea, and there are monsters and things that live there. It's about this girl who is an orphan named Alina, and her one orphan friend that she's grown up with is a boy named Mal, and they join the army together. And when they are crossing the Unsea on a particular mission, they're attacked, and he almost dies, and she calls on this power that she didn't even know she had, and she creates light, which drives off the monsters and saves her friend. And she is taken to learn how to form and control her magical abilities in the hopes that she can someday eliminate the Unsea and save the kingdom. But while she's there, she starts to learn that maybe some other people have some other plans for her powers that aren't quite so wholesome. So this was a pretty good book in the sense that the idea of it was extremely intriguing, and I really liked some of there's a particular plot point later on involving a magical deer that I really, really like, and I think if you ever read this, you'll know which part it is. I kind of predicted what was going to happen because it's exactly what I thought should happen. It was amazing. But I do think that this book dragged a little bit in the middle, and it got a little bit too romancy. And I don't dislike romance in books, but this was supposed to, I feel like it should have been a little bit more plot driven, a little bit more about her discovering her power, trying to eliminate this, this evil thing that has, divided the land, and fighting all of these people that want to use her power for evil ends. I feel like it should have been more about that and less about her deciding that she's pretty and deciding which boys she likes. However, I still think that I would read the rest of this series because she definitely set it up for a sequel, and I would be shocked if there wasn't one. And it's a really, really good book for somebody's first novel. Also, the author sounds like a total badass. Here, just listen to about the author here in the back. Leigh Bardugo was born in Jerusalem, raised in Los Angeles, and graduated from Yale University. She indulges her fondness for glamour, ghouls, and costuming in her other life as a makeup artist in Hollywood, and she can occasionally be heard singing with her band, Captain Automatic. This is her first novel. I mean, holy shit, I want to be this person. I mean, holy crap, I want to be this person. Alright, now that I have sworn on YouTube, which I think we said we weren't going to do, whoops, I'm going to let you go because I have said all I need to say, and now I need to edit. So,